Alright, greetings and salutations everyone. So, want to start out by saying that I own this BMP41. This is mine. I got a couple labels. I got it because I wanted 1-inch wide labels, a couple of different die cut sizes, so I didn't have to think about sizing or anything like that. Worked out great. The only complaint I really have is holding the thing. It's a little top heavy. So when I hold it and I try and type with thumbs, it always kind of wants to like tip down, you know? So I usually operate it like so. I might even lift it up like this and kind of type on it, you know, but it's fine. The lock lever is kind of nice where when you pop the cartridge in, you can actually leave the cartridge in because this pushes the roller on the print head. So if you are done and you don't want to leave a indent line at the end of the day when you use it again, just undo that, and you can even close the top. It's great. You can store a cartridge in there, so if you have the case, that's one extra cartridge you can kind of keep in your case. So I like it for that. The eject buttons on the back, just push it, pops up. There's some of them have a little pull tab. Others, I guess these are older models or something, have just like a little pull thing here. Once it's you can kind of grab it and just yank it out. You don't even need to use the ejector, but it does something, right? I mean, ultimately I wouldn't have that many complaints about it until I went to a job site. I brought mine and I was printing out a label, and we said, oh, it'd be nice if it's a little bigger. Then my friend brings out the BMP51. Look at that. This guy can print. This guy's max, the 41's max is 1 inch. The 51's max is, the yellow's a little pops a little more. The 51's max is 1.5 inches. I mean, who doesn't need an extra ½ inch, right? The price difference between these two is just $100. Every cartridge that works in this guy, that I've seen at least, works in this. So even if you have a stock in this one, upgrading is easy because this will still work. And on that rare occasion when you need larger ones or more specialty die cuts, this guy comes in handy. And the real question is, why would you get this one? That's what I want to know. Who would buy this to save $100? Come on, like seriously, why does this exist? I mean, I could understand if the reason was that this was smaller, like a smaller form factor. You use it, yeah, you have smaller labels, but it's a smaller form factor. Here's the thing though, it's not really. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Oh, jeez. I'm going to have to adjust the camera. Look at this. If I set them like this guy's bigger. They're both on the floor here. See? They're both touching the ground. Right up, get the backs are against each other. Or front to front, front to back. And this one's taller. This one's taller. Looking down at it. Here. Sorry for all the sporadic movements, but come on, I really gotta make this point here. This is just ridiculous to me. Look at this. So this is really what's smaller about it. They just cut parts of the 51 off of this one, and all that ended up happening was they made this one a smaller screen. Sorry for the glare. Oh, jeez, that's terrible. Nothing I'm going to do about it. Alright, so the screen's smaller on this one. Let's get the UIs running here. Okay, alright, so that one I got the word E written on. This one you probably can't see. Hopefully they go off. The backlight goes off, go off, go off. You're not going to be able to see it. It's pretty much the same UI. Just don't worry about it. This is the UI. It's the same UI on this one, it's just smaller. There's a setting in here in the 5041 that I can have the LCD turn off, but I have this plugged in because this is a nickel-cadmium battery. I don't know why. This one is lithium polymer. I don't have it plugged in. This battery is awesome. And also, by the way, this is my friend's. I don't own both of these. He's letting me use it for this video. And I just want to do the comparison. So what led me to want to do this video was this, actually. So just for funsies, we're going to run a print. Oh, jeez, what did I do? Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay, turned it off. So, major difference between this one and this one. Like I said, keypad, bigger screen, bigger keypad, bigger screen, and this extra space here. So you notice how there's nothing really to grab onto. You have to hold it underneath. It's top heavy a little bit. It wants to fall down. This one, the weight feels a little more even. And there's a lip here where you can actually put your fingers and you can hold it, and guess what? You can use your thumbs. This one feels more portable than this one. I don't, this is what happens when you let the marketing department run a company. That's what I'll say about that. Okay, so my friend and I met, we were on this job, and we were working on a panel, and I printed out a label on this with the yellow. Ow. Fudge. Hit my finger for some reason. Alright, so this one, the 41, you have to push the lock lever to engage it. This one has this stupid, this is the only shortcoming of the 51. It has this dumb plastic auto print head alignment piece. So you'll see here, if you push this down, the print head gets pushed up against by this roller. And that gets hooked into by this little latch on here. And I'm sure they thought they were being cute by doing that, but all that does is make me have to take this darn cartridge out every time because it leaves a indent on the darn label every time. At least that's what I've noticed. It is kind of nice that they have the push button on the front though, which is kind of cool, and they have a little spot so you can get your finger in. So, I mean, interaction isn't that bad, but I will say that I don't like that because of this, I can't leave the cartridge in. I have to pop it out because I can't close the lid, because every time you close the lid, it forces the roller on the print head, which leaves an indent. Only shortcoming of this, user experience otherwise is much better, feels more portable, has larger labels, more labels to use, only $100 more. I don't know why you wouldn't get this one. That's kind of my main pitch. So here's the scenario why I wanted to make this video, finally get into it. We're both at a job. I'm using this one. I print out a label, says panel 1, PNL 1, and I put it on the panel. And he puts another larger label over the top of it, and I go, wow, that really makes a difference. That half-inch really makes a difference. And there's no one that would disagree with me that a half-inch isn't important, really, in any regard. So, show you what that looks like, just so you know what I went through and why I wanted to make this video. But let's try a speed print test. These are going to print the same label, just 1 inch, 1.5 inch. So let's see what happens. See how fast it takes. All right, that took longer, but here's the difference. So I went and I threw my label down on the panel here. And then he comes along, by the way, that's how you cut it with that one, that's how you cut with that one. He comes along, boom, throws that right over mine. And I just go, wow, that's quite the difference really here. So I was like, well, what did you spend? Because I've seen printers on their site, on Brady website, for $700 that could do stuff like that, right? So I was like, you know, for only 300 or whatever this guy is, I'll be fine with it. And he says, no, this is only like $400. What? $100 more, and you can print this size label compared to this little dinky. Like, this feels dinky now. After holding this, like, just comparing these two. Just comparing these two, this just feels dinky. Like, look, look at that. Look at that. It's just almost sad. Nowhere on the Brady's website does it say that. Nowhere on their site does it describe these two printers. Like, they don't compare them almost in any way. I just saw like 4151, like on the cartridge. The cartridge itself says BMP51 53. I don't think they sell the 53 anymore. It's just this without a keypad, and you have to connect to it wirelessly, which is kind of dumb. I'm glad they discontinued that. But this one, so like works with, I don't know if you can see that. Sorry, 41, 51, 53. Don't look at that. So 41, 51. I was like, well, I think mine's called the 41. I was like, I don't know what this is, but whatever. Actually, I think I did. I saw that. I looked up the 51. I saw that. Looked up the 51. Saw that it was a little more expensive. I was like, well, I just need the 1 inch. I don't know the differences or anything. So anyways, this is really more of a BMP41 51 comparison. I like the BMP41. I love the BMP51. Just, this one has multiple shortcomings. Ability to hold it. Crappy NiCad battery. Smaller UI. Tinier buttons. Overall feel of the thing, and look, I mean, the look of it, I mean, it's a tool, who really cares, but I mean, the way something looks, something they have to use all the time, I mean, that kind of matters. This just looks like a fat, just like, it just looks ugly. It just looks displeasing, and I really only say that after knowing like how the 51 looks compared to it. It looks sleeker. It looks sharper. Oh, it looks sleeker. It looks sharper. I'm gonna get into details in a second here, but just overall, this one has multiple complaints. This one for me really only has one, and it's this stupid feature. And really, I don't know if, I swear this is marketing again. I have no way of knowing that. I just feel like this feature was a marketing gimmick or something stupid that they thought of, and engineering was forced to make it. And it just, I don't know. I mean, it could be engineers being cute and people just letting them do whatever they want, right? But the fact that both of these exist in the same company, by Brady label, or Brady Corp, is just, that's got marketing screamed all over it. Everything this thing can do, this one can put in as well. And to prove that, here, I'll prove that right now. Here, we'll do a little die cut. How about that? Oh, and by the way, this one, I don't know if this is old, but this one says it will only work in the 51, 53. It says it won't even work in here, which it does. Oh, latch, change the size. Anytime you change the labels, it just deletes whatever you had on there. So I'm going to print like, I don't know, Eject importer. Print. I mean, it goes quick, and the cutting is nice. So there we go. Printed that. So we're going to go ahead and pop that out. Flipping it upside down. Oh my gosh, what a pain. This one, you just do it, close the gate, hit the button, ready to go. Alright, let me try and get this text right. EXQ, why did I do this? WERT. Print. Look at that. 5141. So I don't know if this is a shortcoming of the company, or this is just an old label and they updated firmware or something on that one to take it, but it says it's only for the 51. So if you were to order this cartridge, you wouldn't know that it would work in this printer. Like if you went solely off, I want things that work in the 51, you wouldn't have bought this if you had a 41. Another problem with their gosh awful website, it is just, don't get me started on that. So, you've already seen this print, you've already seen how this works. This is where the charging port is, by the way. This is where, if you wanted to connect it to their specialty software, this is where you'd plug it in, and you could print from your computer. Nice. Never had to use that, don't know why that's there. On the back side, like I showed you, this is the ejector button. The 3 screws, there is an accessory for this, it's a magnet, so that's kind of neat. The battery goes in like so, where there's actually the contacts are here. This is the physical hold-in, and you just sort of like tilt it, and it falls out. It's kind of cool. These lips go hook into here and fall in, and then you push down on there and snap it in to place, which is nice. So overall, again, it's just my biggest complaint is that it feels heavy. You kind of want to do that and use it. You want to rest its head down and use it. So I often found myself just leaving it on the table and using it like a tub. That's pretty much it. The UI is the standard. I mean, you'll get used to it. It's not really that intuitive. You have to read the buttons. You have to use it a bit. Another big complaint I have with this one is this is nickel metal hydride. This is a nickel metal hydride battery. This does not hold a charge. I don't even rely on this battery. I don't. If I let it sit for more than 2 weeks, it's dead. Which brings me to the 51. This one, lithium polymer battery. This one attaches in pretty much the same way. Slides out, it's got little lips, it's just bigger. And it is I don't think you can read that on there, lithium ion. So it's not polymer, pardon me, lithium ion. Snaps in like that. Very nice. Same sort of, oh man, I'm a fool. Alright, same sort of layout, snaps in. It's got the 3 screw holes for, again, a magnet accessory, same deal. And if you look at the back here, you can see what they cut out to make this monstrosity. They're the same. Why? Why wouldn't I want those lit? Why wouldn't I want this? Why wouldn't I want that? Who would? It's just so frustrating. I'm gonna buy one of these. I have to buy one of these now. After using it and seeing it, like this, I'm gonna have to sell or get rid of or something. And I can still use all my labels. That's the beauty of it. That's the annoying part. I just wasted whatever this cost. Whatever I can't recoup back by selling it, I lost it. Anyways, so I showed you that. Keypad's here. You can hold it. It feels like it's weighted nice. This is the cutter. You hold it here. You run it. And when you're ready, you go up here to hit print anyways. And then once it's done, your thumb's already up there. It's a hop, skip, and a jump right there. And the blade comes in and cuts. So nice. It's got this is where you plug it in for power. All of the connections are on the same side. They're not kind of hidden. You have this one you can also plug into their proprietary software, print labels directly off of it. Don't know what that one's for. I don't know. Dumping label files on it. I have no clue. It's got this weird open bay, and I found out this is actually for a wireless card. So you can slap a wireless card in here. I don't know if I trust that. I really don't know how often I really want to wirelessly print to a label maker, but yeah, it's got it. That one doesn't have it. That's probably where the extra $100 is coming in. And then the ejector port for the cartridge is right here. So I mean, this one was pretty much made to be plugged in and ran as as a label printer that the whole office can use, I guess, because you don't even have to lift it up to adjust it. But like I said, this feels holding these two. This doesn't have a cartridge in it, right? Nope. Holding these two. This feels heavier. Like, this feels heavier than this. This feels more portable than this. Only complaint I have is this. Like I've said multiple times. Only complaint I have is this stupid feature, this stupid gimmick. How do you think that I'm that stupid that I can't remember that I have to close a latch to print, that I need this thing to go here, and then every day when I try, if I leave the cartridge in there, my next label is goofed up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't think I'll have an example. Oh, here's a good one. So, I mean, like, it leaves an indent, and it'll often sort of screw up your first print, and it'll be a little imperfect if you left it pushed in. So, oops, pardon me. So, I'm the ill-informed human. I recommend the BMP51 over the BMP41. That's it. Bye-bye.